Weekdays, 8 a.m. Live from the news station. You're watching Good Day Orlando.
Well, traveling with your pet is stressful enough. Add in some of the recent headlines, and you might just want to leave Fido at home. Next up, we talk to a pet trendologist with tips for air travel, the do's and the don'ts, and what you need to have with you before you board the plane. Welcome back to Good Day Orlando. United Airlines in hot water after a series of animal mishaps. In one case, a dog died on a flight from Houston to New York because the flight attendant insisted it be placed in its carrier in the overhead bin. United also mistakenly mixing up two dogs, a German Shepherd and a Great Dane, sending one dog to Japan, the other to Kansas. The company later charting a private jet to fly both to their correct destinations. These mishaps just adding to the stress of traveling with your pet. We're joined now by pet trendologist Charlotte Reed. Charlotte, good morning. Good to see you again.
Thank you so much for having me back. And I'm excited to talk about this because it's a very timely but necessary topic.
Yeah, you have some great advice as far as how common these mishaps are.
These mishaps happen all the time, and most people don't know it. But I always say when you're shopping for an airline to travel with your pet, shop as if you're buying a car.
That's
and what I mean by that is the Department of Transportation puts out monthly and yearly reports about animal deaths and injuries that happen and losses that happen. So go to the Department of Transportation, look up that report, and you will find the best airlines, meaning less deaths, less losses, and less injuries.
Okay, when it comes to your advice, you say know the rules.
Know the rules. It's very important. I've traveled all over the country with my dogs, and sometimes I know the rules better than the flight attendants. So it's very, very important. Actually print them out, go peruse them on the airline website, whether you're flying United, Delta, or American Airlines. Actually make a copy of them, so if something comes up, you have them right there at the gate.
That's great advice. Pack documentation, also ventilation and visibility. So
documentation is your health certificates, anything about your pet that you need to be aware of. Also, know if your pet is at risk. Some of the snub-nosed dogs have heart attacks if they're being stored as cargo or baggage. So if your pet's at risk, maybe you not want to fly him. Okay, let's talk about carrier bags. So for in-flight bags, I go with a Sherpa bag produced by Worldwise. And the reason is because this has lots of ventilation. You can see your pet through the carrier. Now also, Sherpa has a guaranteed on board program, so you can go to their website, you can find out which airline you're traveling with, and they'll suggest the right bag. That means that will fit under the seat. Very, very key. And also, if for some reason you cannot board, they will cover the cost of your ticket.
Really?
Yes, but it depends on certain situations.
Okay.
So your pet has to be calm, cool, and collected.
Okay.
Also, now this is the creme de la creme, Gunner Kennels. It's made in America. Most importantly, crash tested, because a lot of people don't realize a lot of the dogs that get lost on the tarmac, it's because when they're going up being loaded, they're wobbling around, and these kennels might hit the ground.
Oh.
If you remember a few years ago, Vivi the show dog at Westminster, the Whippet got lost. Well, you want this to be these made in America, crash tested, guaranteed for life.
Charlotte, some great information, great advice. Where can people find you to get more information on traveling?
I always say the best thing to do is go to my social media channels. I'll be posting a lot of tips, some of the things that we didn't get to today, but it's really, really important. Just travel safely with your pet.
And communicate. I think it's great. Charlotte, good to see you.
Thanks so much for having me again.